Hello! Welcome back. It's been so long. Happy New Year. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season. I'm honestly really exhausted from mine, so it's good to be back. I apologize for not having videos up for you guys, but honestly, I just had other stuff to do. But I'm here now, so I hope that makes you happy. So today I wanted to talk about my 2018. I want to do a year in review, and I want to talk to you about my fragrance resolutions for 2019. I've got some goals for myself, and I just wanted to talk about how my year went last year, fragrance-wise. So I took on the overwhelming task of counting all of the fragrances that I obtained this year. And I really didn't think I had gotten that many. But I was very wrong. You know, a year is a long time. So it's a lot, but it's, you know, like a year's a long time. It took a very long time to count everything. I had to dig through my email to find all of my tracking confirmations. I had to dig through all of my swap messages, and honestly, I feel like I left something out. And you know, I've been working an extra job for the holidays, so that afforded me a little bit extra money to squeeze some extra purchases in towards the end of the year. Anyway, I counted 60. Those are full-size bottles, not decants, not minis, nothing else. No body mists, just full-size perfume. And of those 65 were multiple bottles of the same fragrance. I guess I'll just tell you what they are. I ended up with 2 bottles of Girl of Now. I am almost on my second bottle. I did not finish my bottle by the end of the year, which was not a goal. I just was sort of interested to see if I would end up using it. I've never gone through a bottle of perfume that quickly, so I was interested to see if it would happen. It didn't happen. I did receive Girl of Now, I think, in February of last year, so it might really only take me realistically a year, but I did not receive it and finish it in the year of 2018. I ended up with 3 bottles of Dior Addict. 1 is a current formulation and 2 are from the original formulation. I ended up with 2 bottles of La Vie Belle Absolue. I have 2 bottles of Shalimar Souffle de Parfum. I was ordering the Intense and I was sent the regular Souffle. So I ended up with 2 bottles. Totally fine. I enjoy that fragrance as well. In fact, since my Intense is now no longer being produced, it was a limited edition. Sometimes I wear the Souffle and then I just put 1 spray of Intense on top, and that satisfies me. And then my last one was 2 bottles of Erin Tangier Vanille, and that was a very recent purchase. I got an incredible deal on it. And because it was such a good deal and I loved it so much, I bought 2. So my most worn fragrance of 2018, if you've been here long enough, you already know what I'm going to say. If you don't know what I'm going to say, hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Emmy. I love fragrances, and my absolute favorite fragrance of all time is Girl of Now. And that is my most worn fragrance of 2018, Girl of Now. I discovered it very early on in 2018 through a swap, and I was literally head over heels. I wore it so often in the beginning of the year, and honestly so often throughout the year. It's so good. Definitely one of my top fragrances of all time. So far it's the top fragrance of all time. I'm gonna hold out. There might be something better coming along. Who knows? So that brings me to my most expensive purchase. This was a Christmas present to myself. I've wanted this for a very long time. It was my most expensive blind buy to date. I got a bottle of Guerlain's Les Bouquets de la Mariée, which is shamefully expensive, but very beautiful. I'm going to be recording an unboxing for you, and so please subscribe if you haven't already so you can watch me unbox the beauty that is that scent. And my least expensive was Mariah Carey's Lollipop Bling, which I'm pretty sure cost me $12. I don't know, I'd have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure it was just above 10 for 100 mils. Disgustingly inexpensive. There may have been a cheaper perfume if I got it from like TJ Maxx, but I obviously don't have the receipt for it, so who knows? So I just went by what was in my email. Yeah, so those were my sort of like year in review fragrances, my superlatives for scent. Scent superlatives, that's such a, I gotta do that every year. I love it, scent superlatives. So that brings me to my 2019 fragrance resolutions. I have a few resolutions because, well, everybody needs goals, and there are some changes that I would like to make regarding my fragrance consumption. Number one, I would like to minimize my blind buying. I am a admitted blind buyer. I blind buy so much, and it is so dangerous. There are houses that I know I love, notes that I know I love. I still end up with a dud every once in a while. Luckily, nothing that I ever hate, but I just need to stop doing it. So my goal is to minimize it this year. I am really going to aim for buying samples or swapping for samples first before I shell out for an entire bottle. However, my one exception this year will be that blind swapping is totally fine. I am never swapping fragrances that I adore and need to have in my life. So I feel like if I'm swapping blind and I dislike the perfume that I receive, it's really like no love lost. I'm not sending away anything that I need to have in my collection. So swaps are fine for blind swapping. That brings me to resolution number 2. I would love to swap more. This year, I didn't swap as much as I did in 2017. 2017, I swapped a ton, and it actually helped me build my collection quite a bit. And I have the opposite goal this year. I would like to, this is my third goal, is to declutter. I don't really care about a number. I don't care about having fewer perfumes. What I care about is having fewer perfumes that I don't love and don't reach for. I have quite a few fragrances that I loved when I got them and I don't wear them anymore, or honestly, some that I got and I did not like because I blind bought them and I need to just swap them or give them away. So at my new job, I actually brought in like a dozen fragrances that my coworkers could just get them away from me, get them out of my house. So my goal to swap more, I think, will be facilitating my goal to declutter a bit. And my fourth goal is to try more niche fragrances, and my fifth goal is to try more vintage. I am not talking about buying bottles, I am just talking about sampling them. I know what I like, but that doesn't mean that I've tried everything and that I know that I don't like things. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well. I have a really good handle on the gourmand side of fragrances, and along with trying more men's fragrances, which was a goal I had for myself last year that I would like to bring into 2019, I would just like to try more in general, but I feel like niche and vintage are two areas of the fragrance world that I have very little experience in. And so I think my nose could do with a little sampling of fragrances that I really would never have sought out in years past. That is my year in review, and those are my fragrance resolutions. I am so interested to hear in the comments what your scent superlatives were and what your fragrance resolutions are for 2019. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.